morning, or good afternoon if you're watching this recorded, or good evening. We're going to do 40-minute or so mindful cycling class. Calming, hopefully, meditative, peaceful, embodied. That's our goal for today. We're going to start off with just the very lightest resistance that you can set on your bike. So go ahead and adjust that now so that you can just barely feel the resistance against the wheel of your bike. And then feel free to sit up like I am. I love doing this at the start of class, just sitting up tall, pedaling slowly and softly, relaxing the legs, arms and upper body, just breathing deeply. See if you can relax your belly. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Maybe just fling your arms around the way I am. Removing any of that tension in there. We can return to our handlebars now. As we set our hands onto the bars, just rest them on the heel of your hand. Just let your fingers be relaxed. And now check in with your neck, your shoulders, the rest of your spine. Everything is calm in the upper body. And we just have a natural gaze out 5-10 feet ahead of us. That's what we're looking for with our cycling position. Keeping your resistance very low, extremely low. Let's just bring our legs up to around 85 to 90 RPM. Again, make sure you have at least a little bit of resistance on your bike. The very lowest that you can feel. Let's just pedal at 85 to 90 RPM. Loosening up the legs, bringing the heart rate up just a little bit. Noticing that the hips are very stable on the saddle. There's a slight bend in your elbows. See if you can tune into the muscles of the legs now. See if you can sense them working their way around the circle of the pedal stroke. It's a really great body awareness practice. Even at light resistance, you can notice these things. Let's reach down and add just a tiny bit of resistance now as we hold this rhythm. In doing that, we add just a little work to the muscles of the legs, and you should be able to feel that. Take a few seconds now to see if you can feel that extra work that came into the muscles of the legs, and notice where in the pedal stroke you feel it most. And now start to pay attention if your breath is picking up or your heart rate is coming up just a little. If you have a heart rate monitor on, you should see that heart rate coming up little by little. If you don't, your breathing, you'll notice, is picking up little by little. Reaching down, let's add a tiny bit more. Just tiny little increments here. We're nowhere near the range of discomfort or struggle. Just easing that work in bit by bit. Once again, let's add a tiny fraction. And maybe at about this point, you're starting to feel the work a little bit more in the muscles of the legs. Perfect time now to again check with your hands, elbows, shoulders. Take some breaths from a deep belly. Let the belly expand as you inhale. Your hips remain completely solid on the saddle. Settled, I should say. Now we're going to add work, not by adding more resistance, by adding some cadence, adding pedal speed. We're going to turn this resistance that we have right now faster, which will of course be more work. So instead of the 85 to 90, we're going to come up to about 100 RPM, leaving the resistance the same. Let me count you into this. In 3, and 2, and 1. Come on up with your leg speed to about 100 RPM. Now check in with your hips. Let's make sure they're steady on the saddle. Let's make sure your upper body is not tensing up. Your elbows aren't locking. Notice how this feels in the muscles of your legs. Notice what's happening to your heart rate and your breathing. In 3, and 2, and 1. Slow those legs back down to 85 to 90. And you might want to sit up like I am right now. Let's notice our breathing. Let's see what that did to our heart rate. Most definitely. That brought more warmth into the muscles of the legs. You probably feel a little smoother in your pedal strokes now than you did at the beginning. As those legs warm up. Alright, returning to our handlebars. Allow your legs to slow down and match the rhythm of this song. I'm going to give you a few seconds just to let that happen naturally. Just notice that really wonderful feeling when your body's aligned with the music. It's a great feeling. We have low resistance right now. We're just aligning the body and the music. Stay right here at this rhythm. Adjust your pedal speed ever so slightly if you need to get this rhythm again. It's about the exact same as the last song. Alright, you got it? Reaching down, add resistance that feels like we've encountered a hill. Not a super steep one, but enough that we notice it in the muscles of our legs at this pedal speed. Great way to notice if you're in a hill, or to check to make sure that you have resistance. That is a hill, is that you feel your hips and your glutes pushing over the top. Lower back, hips, and glutes. Engage that part of the pedal stroke right over the top. See if you can feel that right now. Get those involved. Now let's turn this into a steeper hill, one that's a little uncomfortable. We're just going to stay here a little bit, but I want to get this extra work into the muscles now. So yeah, this is a little uncomfortable right now. Doesn't mean we can't keep a relaxed upper body. Again, stay right here. And you'll notice from time to time I just close my eyes, because that's what I want to tune into the body. I do that because I want to tune into the body. I want to notice my breath, and I want to notice how my muscles are feeling in the legs. Now let's make this hill, staying at the same cadence, let's make this hill very, very challenging. Make it feel like you couldn't hold this for 5 minutes. So adjust your resistance to whatever it is that feels like you couldn't hold it 5 minutes. And let's just stay here 40 seconds or so. All of us now. Creating heavy resistance, making big power with the muscles of the legs This is where we'll really feel the hips. And if it helps, think about extending your pedal stroke through the bottom. See if you can sense a little further push through the bottom and then the transition to scraping mud off the ball of your foot. All right, bring your resistance back down to light, just like when we started. Pedal slowly. I want you to take measure of your breathing right now, your heart rate, how your legs feel. Just tune in, integrate everything into one right now. The breathing, the heart rate, the muscles. Contact points with the bike. Just bring it all together. It's all one. All one. All right, let's bring ourselves back to our handlebars and do a quick scan, starting with the weight of the hands on the bars and what the fingers are doing up the arms. Checking to make sure the elbows are slightly bent. Then check with your neck and your spine and just notice where your natural gaze is. We don't want it down there, staring at the ground. We don't want it arched looking up. We want it just out like this. That's what we're looking for. All right, let's bring our leg speed up to 90 RPM or so. And I want us to think about going deep now. We're going to add resistance we couldn't hold for 3 minutes at 90 RPM. So it will be uncomfortable from the start. Could not hold it 3 minutes at 90 RPM. And of course, that'll be a different amount of resistance for all of us. You find that, which feels like you couldn't hold it 3 minutes. Let me count you down into it. 3, 2, and 1. Add resistance now. Holding your 90 RPM. Just ask yourself the question right now. If I had to, could I do this for another 2 minutes and 50 seconds? I'm asking myself the very same question. This is a perfect time to feel the scraping of the mud through the bottom. It's that scraping motion using your calves and your hamstrings. When we have heavier work on like this, it's easier to notice that. In 3, and 2, and 1. Let's slow our legs, bring our resistance way down, gather our breath for a second. Maybe take a drink of water. And you'll notice I'm just letting my legs find this rhythm. At light resistance, sitting up. You do the same. Keep your resistance light for now. We're going a little deeper. Set your legs to the rhythm. When you have it, come back to your handlebars. This time I'd like you to set your hands close together like mine are. Still keeping your elbows slightly bent. Now reach down. Add extra heavy resistance as if we've encountered a very steep hill. One that makes it hard to pedal at this pedal speed. And absolutely at this point, your hips are driving. If they're not, if you're stomping with your quads, I want you to work on getting the lower back and the hips driving you over the top. I want you to work on scraping mud, using your calves and hamstrings through the bottom part of the pedal stroke. Use all the muscles you have available to you. All right, standing is coming up. Remember, in a Revo Cycle class, we add resistance that we can't really pedal seated anymore, and then we stand. We'll start that in 3, 2, 1. Add extra heavy resistance. Stay with your rhythm. And now bring your body weight into it. This should get your heart rate up very high and quickly. Let's come back to seated in 3, 2, and 1. Seated climbing. Not easy. Still challenging. And back to light resistance. Should be your highest heart rate of the morning so far. Fastest breathing of the morning so far. Again, allow your legs to line to this rhythm. And remember, it's just feel thing. Don't think about it, just feel it. Don't even try to feel it. Just let it happen naturally. All right, we got it. We're gonna do some more out of saddle work. If this is new to you, practice adding that resistance. It's so heavy that you can't pedal it seated anymore, and you got to stand into it. That's what we do. And that's why we only stand for short periods of time, because it's extremely challenging. All right, bring in the resistance. It creates a hill again. Our first standing piece is coming in 3, and 2, and 1. Add extra heavy, hold your rhythm, stand into it. Now come back to lighter. Yeah, the legs hurt right now. And this is our goal, is to keep this rhythm going even though the legs are uncomfortable, even though our breathing is high. We're going up again. In 3. In 2. In 1. Add that extra heavy resistance, ease on out. I want you to notice that my hands stay light on the bars. My upper body is pretty upright. All right, come back down, flat road. And bring your leg speed up. Extremely light resistance. And bring your leg speed up. Remember, have some resistance on. Never ride without any. But extremely light right now. Just bring your leg speed up. Let's spin that discomfort out of the muscles. I want you to pay attention to how that swollen, uncomfortable, tired feeling begins to move out of the muscles of the legs as we hold this 80 to 90 RPM light resistance. It's recovering a little bit. It's your muscles. Going to stay here. So it's a perfect time to do your body scan again. You can start with your sit bones and work your way up the spine to the shoulders, or you can start with the hands and work your way up to the shoulders and down the spine. And let's take 30 seconds to just really tune into our body position. Ready. I'm going to have us accelerate up to 100 RPM with resistance we couldn't hold for a minute. 100 RPM. Resistance we couldn't hold for a minute. And again, that'll be a different amount of resistance for all of us, but it's a feeling. So when I count you down, I want you to accelerate the legs up to around 100 if you can. If you don't have a cadence meter on your bike, just get your legs up to pretty fast to the point where you start to feel maybe a bouncing. It's a sprint like it. All right, in 3, in 2, and 1. Add the resistance, accelerate the legs up to 100. I love these. You can just feel huge muscle engagement through the whole circle of the pedal stroke. Now slow your legs and reduce the resistance. Let's notice what that did to our heart rate and to our breathing. Let's get ready to do another one. 3, 2, 1. Accelerate your legs up, add that resistance. Couldn't hold for a minute at 100 RPM. Go ahead, look at my upper body. I want you to see how relaxed I am. I could even do it without my hands on the bars. And reduce your resistance way down again. And slow your legs. Sit up. Whew. As always, we want to pay attention to how that effort shows up in our body. How out of breath are we? What's our heart rate? Think back. That was something we could not hold for a minute. That was the idea. What do you think now? Do you think you could have held on to that a little bit longer? Or you're about ready to burn out your legs? Just tune into that. Integrate that with your breathing now, with how your muscles feel now. Your heart rate. I point to my wrist because that's where most people have their heart rate monitored. Let's come back to our handlebars now. And you pick whatever cadence you want, but just keep your light resistance. Just find something that feels comfortable to you. Breathing.
When I'm broken down and lying in bed, you lie beside me through it all. If I shut you out,
now I'd like you to
when you let me in, you wouldn't tell
use your powers of visualization.
I wanna be the one to say I love you more. I wanna be
I want you to picture straight ahead of you a steep hill. One you know pretty well, one you're familiar with. Legs are on this rhythm right here. Visualizing the hill coming up. We're now reaching the base of the hill. Add in resistance to match your visualization of a steep hill. This is all feel. We're seeing the hill in our head. We're imagining what it feels like on our bike. Move up the hill, working against gravity.
Give me reason to hold on. Wherever we are, when you're around, you are the words to every song.
Remember, when we're in a hill, we really can feel the lower back and the glutes pushing over the top. That's our point of focus right now. And you'll feel that through the heel of the foot, just like in a squat at the gym. If it's comfortable for you, keep your eyes closed. Use your senses, your visual sense for sure, but see if you can even smell the trees and the flowers on your hill.
As you are in
bring your resistance down. Let's just pedal very easily. Again, you can set up like that. It's perfectly acceptable. And our goal now is to allow the heart rate and the breathing to come back down, somewhere close to where it was just as we were in our warm-up. 38 minutes ago. So in doing that, we slow the legs down. We reduce the resistance and give those muscles a chance to recover. I love just noticing how quickly my breath recovers at the end of a hard effort like that. It's a great thing for you to tune into as well. The speed with which our breath recovers is an indicator of our level of fitness. So it's something we can pay attention to. Let's slow our legs down a little bit more, reduce the resistance a little bit more. Let's just slow our legs down. Until they come to a stop. I love this feeling when I first come to a stop. I can feel my belly moving out and back in as I breathe. And I'm noticing much reduced level of stress and a calmness that wasn't there 30-40 minutes ago. See if you can notice that in yourself as well. Let's stretch our calves by coming up and just dropping the heels at 3 and 9 o'clock. Just drop the heels and feel the stretch in the calves. Now we can rotate our back foot to the front. Again, do the same stretch. Just drop the heels ever so slightly to feel those calves stretch. Now let's swing a leg over our bikes and step off to the side of the bike. Grabbing an ankle We'll pull back and feel a little bit of stretch in the quadriceps. Keep your breath going as you do this from the relaxed belly. Switching legs, we grab the ankle of the other leg and pull back again. Just feeling the stretch. And now let's stretch our hamstrings. You can use the handlebars, the seat, or the top bar of your bike. Whatever feels most comfortable. I always use the top bar of the bike. Now let's go to the other leg. Well, it was a beautiful ride today. I feel so much better than I did at the start. Oh, I want you to keep stretching, breathing for a couple minutes. I'll leave the music on for you. Please make sure you subscribe, like, leave comments. It helps the algorithm make our classes available to more people as they discover us. So thank you. Enjoy your stretching for another couple minutes. We'll see you next time. Okay. Bye-bye.